Hey, I'm Mitch Herkus. I'm here with Mayor Ivy Taylor here in Austin, Texas. Just a hop down the road from your hometown of San Antonio. Thanks for joining us here at South by Southwest.
Oh, thanks for having me.
So far, what have you seen at South by Southwest? Are you enjoying it?
Yeah, so far I've been listened to a few of the other presentations regarding smart cities.
All right. And we're here at your Casa de San Antonio. What sort of things do you have going on here?
Oh, we've got all kind of opportunities for folks to learn about San Antonio and all the wonderful things that are happening there, and hopefully we'll engage some folks to spend some more time in San Antonio.
All right. And I know you are on a panel about smart cities. You've done a huge amount in your hometown around there and digital inclusion in general. Could you talk a bit about what you've been doing in San Antonio around that?
Well, when I talk about smart cities, I often tell people that I think in 20 years the term will be obsolete because it will just be the way that cities operate and do business. But in the meantime, as we ramp up, we really are trying to find ways to make connections, to provide more efficient services to our residents, to collect data, to learn from the data, but also to communicate with residents and gain feedback from them on how we can better provide services.
Now, one of the things I heard that you guys were doing that I thought was ingenious was in grocery stores, for instance, you have terminals where folks can basically deal with any sort of court citation they might have, like a speeding ticket, something along those lines. Who came up with that, and how do you plan to do technology along those lines in the future? How has it inspired you to move forward?
I'm not quite sure who came up with that idea, but yeah, we certainly are trying to make it easier for folks to have to deal with the municipality on a variety of issues. You know, we have some kiosks where people can interact with our municipal court. So we'll continue to provide those kind of opportunities. And as technology changes and evolves, we anticipate that we'll have to change and evolve too.
All right. Well, we just talked with Mayor Muriel Bowser, but I mentioned to her before I met with her, I hadn't met with any women mayors here, any female mayors before her, and it's not been as many people of color as we would like. How do we get more inclusivity and more women to run for higher office and more people of color?
Well, hopefully, these smart city initiatives will allow us to touch a broader array of citizens, and hopefully that might inspire them to want to be more involved in local government. For me, a major part of smart cities is digital inclusion. And so, as more of our interactions with citizens move to uh, technological platforms, it's important that we not leave behind citizens who may not have high speed internet at home or may not have computers and other devices at home. So we have had significant efforts in San Antonio to reach out to provide both access, service, and training on how to utilize the access and service.
So one thing I know about your resume that I think sets you apart from many of the other city leaders is that you have a background in urban planning and development before you ever ran for elected office. Could you tell me how that's changed your view from where you sit in the mayor's office?
Sure, I call myself the accidental politician. I'm an urban planner, a community development planner, and so I've spent my career focused on how to make neighborhoods better places where people can be connected to opportunities. So that certainly is a framework and a context that I bring really to all the decisions, policy decisions that we make as a community.
Yeah. And I know some of those things has been working towards a living wage, dealing with veterans' homelessness. You've made great strides there as well. Could you tell me about some of those projects and some of the ones you're proud of along those lines?
Well, yes, I'm very proud of the fact that we achieved what's referred to as functional zero in relation to veteran homelessness in collaboration with HUD. And a number of our nonprofit partners throughout San Antonio helped us to get all the veterans off the streets. And I think there are a lot of lessons that we can learn from that collaboration that we can apply to homelessness in general, not just for the veterans population. The other thing I'm really committed to and passionate about is workforce development, because in order for all San Antonians to be connected to opportunity, we have to make sure they have the education and skills to be able to qualify for jobs that I know entrepreneurs are creating every single day in San Antonio. So we're trying to connect them to those training opportunities and educational opportunities.
Well, thank you so much for your time. Is there anything you're so excited about doing here while you're in Austin?
Well, there's something I want to talk about I'm really excited about in San Antonio that we've been sharing while we're here in Austin. Next year is San Antonio's huge birthday. It's our big 300. We'll be 300 years old, and we have a year-long tricentennial celebration. So we've been talking that up while we're here in Austin. We want folks from all over Texas to come celebrate with us.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. That sounds exciting, and best of luck on the tricentennial there.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks
Okay.
so much.